Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available summer 2023, the album, Dad, Shimmy Shimmy, AF. A little dedication to Jaclyn Hill by Miss Dolly Parton. Here you come again, bringing with you your scamming and affiliate links. Beast! Drama 925, what a way to make a living. There's no getting by, it's all taken and no giving. Beast! A little dedication to Miss Jaclyn Hill, inspired by Dolly Parton today. Why not? I love Miss Dolly Parton. How are you guys doing? Okay, so today we're going to talk about Jaclyn Hill. I'll get into that in just a second. You know I have to do my little intro and tell you guys about what's going on in my life, okay? So what's going on in my life is that last night I finished Manifest. It was the series finale, the last 10 episodes they just put up on Netflix. I have watched this corny ass show from the very beginning. And I have to tell you, I tell all my friends, they're like, you love this show, Manifest, and we tried to watch it, but we just couldn't get into it. I'm like, yeah, it's really corny, and there's a corny storyline to it, and a lot of it doesn't make sense, but I just love the characters, and I fell in love with the characters so much. And I have to tell you, I finished it last night, and I kind of got stuck in the middle of the last 10 episodes a little bit. But I literally was like ugly crying at the end of it. It ended so beautifully, and I have to tell you, the end of it, it doesn't end the same way that Lost did, but it was reminiscent to me of Lost, and I loved the ending of Manifest. It was so fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better ending to a show that I love so much. So now I'm going to get back to watching Fear the Walking Dead so I can catch up with that, because the final season of Fear the Walking Dead just started not too long ago. So that's what I've been up to. How are you guys? Well, and I also went to my home group meeting last night with my good Judy Tanya Jean. Practiced a little sobriety in our life, so if you're part of the sober fam, put down there in the comment section below, hey sober fam, or I've been sober for 2 days, or I've been sober for 30 days, or I've been sober for 40 years, or whatever. Sound off in the comment section below. I love when you guys do that. It makes me feel so just like warm and welcome, and I love that there are so many people that are sober that are watching my videos. And I just want to say, when you do that, okay, and when you sound off in the comment section below, and don't feel like you need to, I know there are a lot of people out there that want to stay anonymous about their sobriety, and I totally understand that, right? But when you do that, what you're doing is you're helping somebody else, because when they see that, what they see is, wow, there's a possibility that I could do the same thing and I could get sober, you know? And so you're planting the seed, even just by sharing your, sobriety date or how many days you've been sober or whatever, Because I've been sober for 28 and a half years, and I have to say, like, when I first got sober, I didn't expect to talk about this in this video today, but when I first got sober, I would go to meetings and I would hear people get up and they would share their story, which is called a lead, and they would say, well, I've been sober for 25 years, or I've been sober for, 30 years or whatever, even 10 years. And I would think to myself, yeah, they're lying. Like, they haven't had a beer or smoked a joint or a little Mary J or eaten a pill or something in 10 years or 5 years. There's no way. I don't believe it, right? But when somebody had like 30 days sober and they would get, their coin or their keychain at 30 days sober, like, I could relate to that. I was like, okay, I can do 30 days. And so that was really inspiring to me, which is why it's so important that the newcomers share their story as well. And that was so inspiring to me. And so I'm really thankful to the people that came before me that had 30 days and 60 days and 90 days and 6 months sober, and even at a year, And I share a lot about this on my vlog and on my Peterisms channel, that it wasn't really, like, the change didn't really occur in me until about 6 months sober, when I left a meeting and I got my 6-month token and I was standing out in the parking lot and I was kind of like looking at this token, and I just thought to myself, I have not done anything consistently in my life for 6 months, let alone stay sober. And I was like, this is super powerful. And I was having peace of mind, and I was having serenity, and I was having fun with my friends that were sober. And I was like, I think I can do this. And it took till 6 months, So I always tell people, hang around for the miracle, because it's going to happen for you as well, And we're, like my friend Tanya says, it's a recovery saying, we're not a glum lot. We have a lot of fun in sobriety. And, I'm so grateful for my sobriety. Everything that I have today, every night when I say my prayers and my meditations, I always say thank you for my my life, my health, and my sobriety, because everything that I have is as a result of my sobriety today. From you guys, from my YouTube channels, to my husband and my marriage, to my home, to my relationships with my friends, to my relationships with my dad and my stepmom and my cousin. Everything that I have in my life today is a direct result of my sobriety. I just didn't understand that at 22 and a half years old, that everything that came after that was going to come from that one moment in time, you know? One moment in time. And I'm so grateful for that, you know? So anyway, I don't know why I just went on and on about that today, but I just felt inspired, I guess, on the heels of going to my home group meeting. And for those of you that don't know, a home group meeting is a meeting in a 12-step program that you make a commitment to go to regularly, and that you have service positions in, and you show up regularly and things like that. And I've been going to this meeting, well, it's been in 3 different locations now. They've changed it for like the last, I've been going for like over 20 years. So, and I get to see all my friends and things like that. And Tanya Jean and I, and she was the one that introduced me to this meeting many, many years ago. And so it's kind of like that's our night. Tuesday nights are our night. You know, my husband takes me over to Tanya's house, and then we go to the meeting, and we get coffee on the way, and we drive around afterwards, and we talk and solve the world's problems. So that's kind of my Tuesday night. So that's what I did last night, and then I came home and talked to my husband and hung out in bed with him for a little bit, you know, all that. And then we hung out with Boo Radley, the dog, and then I watched it in the Manifest. And so I had a great Tuesday yesterday. And last night, I've been really struggling falling asleep. And last night, I got some really, really good sleep. So I feel very awake and very alert today and ready to just let Jaclyn Hill have it. Let's let Jaclyn Hill have it. Oh, before I get into that, I almost dropped my fan. Before I get into that, it's something I want to address that was in the comment section of my video yesterday. And there was somebody that was questioning the fact that I make videos only covering the same 3 to 4 people and all that kind of stuff. And there was, you know, a lot of people that responded to it. You guys, I didn't take it down. I didn't block it or delete it. You can go over there and you can look and see what people had to say about it. And it's always interesting to me when people say that. They're like, you always cover like the 3 to 4 people, same 3 to 4 people. I know, but those are the people that are interesting to me. And, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine about this earlier, and my friend said, yeah, it's your effing channel. Like, you can post whatever videos you... And I was like, that's damn straight. Like, that's right. This is my channel. So I just want to remind you guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you look underneath this video that you're watching right now in the description box, I think it's actually above the description box, and there'll be a picture of me, and it's the one that has a little duck on the shoulder. I haven't changed it in years. And next to that, it'll say Peter Monn. Okay, it doesn't say Judy Smith. It doesn't say Sally Jones. It doesn't say Norman Rockwell. It doesn't say Dolly Parton, and it sure as hell doesn't say Jaclyn Hill, because she hardly ever posts videos. It says Peter Monn. Okay, and that means when you come over to Peter Monn's channel, you're going to see what Peter Monn wants to post. Now, if you have a problem with that, there are millions and millions of other drama commentary, tea, gossip channels that y'all can go watch. I would love for you to stay over here. It means the world to me, okay? And I really appreciate it, okay? But I just want you to know there are a lot of other channels that you can go watch. There are cat smiling videos. There are, you know, NASCAR videos. There are makeup tutorials. Well, just a few left, I think, these days. There are get readies with me, just a few, I think, you know. But there are like grocery store hauls. There's even reviews. I do reviews on my review channel. Yesterday, I reviewed the Piata cannoli chips, and they were so delicious. So you can go watch that on my review channel. I have a vlog channel. I have a booktube channel. I also have a channel where I just kind of talk about random stuff. That's my Peter Does Stuff channel. I've got lots of channels. So you don't have to just sit here and listen to me talk about the same 3 people if that bothers you. But like I said, this is Peter Monn's channel, okay? And if you have a problem with that, you know, YouTube is a wonderful place. It really is. Like, I love YouTube so much. And anybody can start their own channel. So if you want to talk about other 3 people that you'd like to talk about, I would really, you know, inspire you, I hope, to go start your own channel and talk about 3 people that, I don't know who you want to talk about, maybe, but, I don't know, maybe Amberlynn Reed and Chantel Food Beauty, but I don't really typically talk about those people on my channel. I used to, I don't anymore. But, like, if that's what you want to do, or I don't know who you want to talk about in your channel, okay? Maybe the Kardashians or something, like, do you, okay? But I might talk about those people from time to time, but I like to talk about the people that interest me, okay? So, and the things that I see come up. So that's what I do over here, okay? And I also tell little funny stories and things like that. So, but thank you for coming over here. It really means a lot to me. The one thing that I do ask is that when you come to my channel, because this is drama class, that you take your shoes off at the door. These are my shoes that I have on for today. And that you have your number 2 pencil sharpened, because there will be a Scantron test at the end. And that you have a Trapper Keeper prepared for taking notes, because you'll need to take notes because you can use your notes at the Scantron test, because I'm a real fair teacher like that, see? And it's summer, and we're in summer school now, which means that y'all were bad boys and girls, okay? You didn't behave well, you were passing notes, you were telling stories in class, and I caught you, okay? So you're in summer school now. Now, lucky for you, I'm a really easy, nice summer school teacher, and that means that we do about 20 minutes of class, and then we go to the pool, okay? Or we order piata from DoorDash, or we might even have a pizza party. I don't know. But anyway, but today, the topic of drama class is Jaclyn Hill, and how Jaclyn Hill has been clapping back at people left and right. So let's get into this, okay? Now, I was sent this by quite a few people, that I went in and I did the research. That's what you do when you're a drama channel, is you do deep dive investigation research, okay? Which for me means that I get on my phone for about 10 minutes. Okay, so anyway, who is texting me? Oh, my husband is texting me because I just sent him a little picture of Mr. Boo Radley, our dog. He's sitting on the stairs waiting for me to go back in. He's like, I want you to come upstairs to the bedroom. I'm like ready to take a nap anyway, so that'll probably be happening. But he texted me, goes, oh my God, looking like a little king. He's so sweet. Anyway, so I was looking on all this stuff that was coming up about Miss Jaclyn Hill, and it was interesting because 2 things happened. And I was sent 2 things. I was sent a Instagram kind of video that she posted where she was talking about going to this restaurant, Rocca, which is apparently in Tampa. And she posted underneath here, come eat with me at Rocca, one of the best restaurants in Tampa. Tell them I sent you. And the other thing that she posted was a TikTok of her, I think, eating crab legs or something like that. It was called, like, Eat Crab Legs with Me or something like that. I mean, I don't know why, you know, you wouldn't call it Eat Crab Legs with Me or something like that, or Get Crabs with Jaclyn Hill. I'm just saying, I don't know. You might get more views on your video if you say, like, I got crabs or something, Jaclyn, okay? I'm just trying to help you stay trending, okay? But, Jaclyn, if you posted a video of you eating crab legs and you called it I got crabs, it might bring you more views. I'm just saying, I don't know, okay? But, like, as somebody that gets called out all the time for clickbait titles, I'm trying to help you a little bit, okay? So, if you called your video I got crabs and it was just you eating crab legs, that might help you trend a little bit faster, I'm just saying, okay? Instead of getting nasty comments on your videos. I'm just trying to be a friend to Jaclyn Hill. I'm trying to help her. She's such a nice girl. Not. Anyway, I'm just trying to be so nice to Jaclyn Hill and help her career out, because her career needs a little bit of help right now. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, what was interesting were the comments on these videos, okay? Now, the comments on the TikTok were about Marlena Stell, and how Marlena Stell had come out in this podcast with Kendall Ray, which I said I was going to review and talk about on this channel. I am still going to do that, okay? So be patient. That's probably going to be one of the finals for Drama Summer School class, okay? So just be patient. I'm going to be covering that over here. But anyway, that was the conversation on the TikTok, was that a lot of people were coming over there and being like, Team Marlena, and I can't believe what you did. And I'm going to read you these comments in just a second. But the comments that were underneath Jaclyn's Instagram story, or Instagram post video that she did about going to this restaurant, were very interesting, okay? So I just want to read you what the number 1 comment on there that says. So Jaclyn put, come eat with me at Rocca, one of the best restaurants in Tampa. Tell them I sent you, okay? Now, if you don't know about the life of Jaclyn Hill, basically what she don't film videos that much anymore. She just did a wedding Q&A with her husband, and then they did a clearance sale on Jaclyn Roxanne because she couldn't sell any of that junk jewelry, so she marked it less than half off, I think. Yeah, it was like $19 and it had been $50 and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, but if you don't know about the life of Jaclyn Hill, okay, this is the life of Jaclyn Hill. Jaclyn Hill gets up, and then she might go do a workout. I haven't really seen a whole lot of that on her Instagram story lately, where she's doing a lot of workouts, but she might be doing that. She likes to wear workout clothes from Lululemon. I know that. She buys like $5,000, $10,000 worth of Lululemon a week, you know. And then she comes home. She does maybe a little bit more shopping, and then she lays on her couch and she watches all kinds of reality television, probably the Kardashians, because she thinks she's a Kardashian, you know, like Jaclyn Kardashian. She's like the 5th Kardashian, you know. But anyway, so then she watches that, and then like maybe her assistant comes in and says like, can you pick out like, you know, a color for this? And she goes, yeah, that one. And she acts like she can be bothered, but she doesn't really care, because it's not really her businesses anyway, and we know that now. So she just acts like she's doing something. She points to something, but she don't even really know what it is, right? And then her husband, Jordan, he's really nice, and he's so nice. Oh my God, bore a snake. Anyway, he defender to the grave, wouldn't he? So he's like in the kitchen making macaroni and cheese or something like that, right? By the way, Jaclyn's getting ready to come out with her Jaclyn's Journey weight loss health deal again because somebody asked her about this in the comment section. She's like, yep, I'm filming it this week. It's coming back. So Jaclyn's Journeys are coming back again. Which will happen is Jaclyn will get a lot of nasty comments on it. And people will hold her accountable. And then she'll say everybody's bullying her and they're so mean. And the one thing that she's learned in 10 years of being on YouTube is how cruel people can be. Okay? Because you put your truth out there and then people ask you questions about your truth. And she don't like that. Okay? She don't like if you question her truth whatsoever. Okay? If she says, I'm not going to eat any more pasta, and then in Jaclyn's Journey she shows that she's eating pasta, and people are like, hey Jaclyn, I thought you said you weren't going to eat pasta, but you're eating pasta. And she's like, you're bullying me! It's not all about the pasta. Well girl, it's a little bit about the pasta. I'm just saying, okay? So anyway, I forgot to put on my lip gloss, and I am talking a mile a minute, so I need some lip gloss. I need maybe some lipstick. I almost said lipstick. I don't know, maybe. Does she have lipsticks out these days? I don't even know what she has. Well, I guess it's not even her anymore, is it? It's not really her brand, so we shouldn't say her. But anyway, so Jaclyn comes out and she says she's going to this restaurant. Oh, that's the other thing. So they go out to eat like all the time. Which, hey, listen, I ain't judging her for it. I love to go out to eat, okay? I do. I love to go out to eat so much. But anyway, so that's basically her life. She don't film videos. I don't even know how she fits in filming a TikTok, and I'm sure she doesn't edit it or any of that kind of stuff. She probably has somebody fix it all, set it all up for her, and she just gets down. They probably even press record on her phone, and then she does her little thing, right? So anyway, so she says on here that she's going to this restaurant, Rocca, and then everybody should go. So the #1 comment on here is this an ad? Question mark, okay? And Jaclyn commented and said, yes, no, LOL. Which I'm so confused by that answer. So, yes, you say it is. No, it's not. Like, what does that mean? Yes, no, LOL. I booked a reservation and paid full price. If it was an ad, I would put #ad in my caption. Which, as soon as I saw this, and before I read the other comments, I was like, oh, girl, now seriously, you're going to come out. That's going to be your defense, is that if this was an ad, you would put #ad. Okay, now I don't know if y'all know about this, but Jaclyn Hill, if you haven't watched my last 300 videos about Jaclyn Hill, Jaclyn Hill is the queen of non-disclosing, okay? She constantly is throwing up Amazon affiliate links. She never discloses it, and all you have to do if you want to do the research yourself, okay, is you go to the link, and then at the top of the website, you copy and paste, you copy the website, okay, and then go over to your Notes app and paste the app, and what you'll see is in there, it'll say Jaclyn Hill, maybe Jaclyn Torrey now, I don't know. And her husband does the same thing because his says more seasoning. That's his Amazon affiliate link code, right? You can see it in there. So it's not like she's just linking these things to help you guys out. She's making coin off of it and she's not disclosing it. Now, by FTC guidelines, the Federal Trade Commission, you have to disclose that it is an ad, and I'm going to get to this in just a second and read it for you guys for those of you that say, who cares if she doesn't disclose? Let her be. Why does it matter? Even if it's illegal, who cares? Okay? So, and I really, to be honest with you, I mean, Jaclyn Hill is one of the worst. There's a lot of other people that do it. And like Laura Lee, she's kind of doing a lot of this now too. And there's a lot of other people that do it. A lot of influencers do this, okay? I cannot tell you how many people I see on Instagram that constantly are linking stuff and never disclosing it. But you have to disclose that it's an ad. And it has to be as big as the link. And it has to be in the same color as the link or a color that you can see on the print. You can't like hide it down here in the corner. Now, I used to think that you could do that, and I would say all she has to do is put ad way down here in the corner. No, you can't do that, okay? I read up on it, and I did the research, because, you know, I'm a drama channel, and that's what you do is you do your research, and it has to be the same size. So if the link is like this, okay, it has to say #ad in the same over there, right? She don't do that. So for her to come out and say to this person, no, it's not an ad, which she says yes, no, LOL, so basically it doesn't make any sense. If it was an ad, I would say #ad. When Jaclyn Hill is notorious for never coming out and disclosing that it's an ad is absolutely ridiculous to me, okay? What it tells me is that Jaclyn Hill, in 6 years that I've been covering her, has still not learned a damn thing, okay? That she has absolutely no self-awareness whatsoever, and also that she has no intention to change whatsoever, even though multiple people have called her out for non-disclosing ads at this point. It's not just me, okay? There are many drama channels that have done it. There are many drama channels that did it long before I ever did it, that show that she didn't disclose, you know, affiliate links, but also that she wasn't disclosing sponsorships and things like that. It's not just me, okay? It's a lot of people that have talked about this. Jaclyn Hill is huge for non-disclosing ads, and it is illegal. So let me read you some of these other comments on here, okay? So, somebody said, who gives a F if it is an ad? Are you mad because you ain't getting paid? Yeah, girl, that's it. Because I live in Indianapolis, Indiana, and Rocca isn't calling me to fly me down there to do a paid ad for them, as if. I'm real bitter about that, okay? No, not at all. I'm bitter because Jaclyn Hill, it would take very, very little for her to disclose that ads are ads, and it would be honest to her audience that she says she never lies to, okay? Remember, she says she never lies, and yet what is so interesting to me is that she continues to lie and says she doesn't lie. Like she just said, she would disclose it in an ad when she never discloses anything in ads except for maybe 2 to 3 times in the last 6 months, and that's enough for her, right? What is baffling to me and what this comment section shows, because there's a lot of people that are defending Jaclyn, but basically what they're saying is, who cares if it's illegal? Let her do what she wants to do, right? What's baffling to me about that is that you love this person so much that you will never meet, that has been caught in scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal. And Jordan came out in a podcast and said that people don't know the truth. Well, the truth is, Jordan, that Jaclyn and yourself don't disclose affiliate ads, which is illegal, and you guys could be fined huge amounts of sums, and your platforms could be taken down, and you could lose your affiliate link memberships with Amazon and not have the ability to make any more money, and yet we don't know the truth when the truth is given to us by you, right? And then there's all these people that defend her and say it's okay. Like, it's baffling to me. I don't understand how people can seriously look at this. You have never met this woman. This woman is not going to take a bullet for you. She is not going to defend you. She's not going to get in any video. Hell, she couldn't even come out and address the Caitlin Nicholson thing, right? And she's not going to do anything to be your best Judy. And yet you guys still defend her, to nauseum, and say just let her live her life. Well, I think you guys would have a lot of issues if she were engaging in other illegal behavior and that affected you personally. Maybe you would have more of an issue with it. I don't know. But it's still illegal, okay? So then somebody said, because if she isn't disclosing it properly, she is breaking the law. And somebody said, okay, and if she is breaking the law, how does that affect you? Well, it doesn't affect me, but it should affect Jaclyn Hill because she's breaking the law. She's literally breaking the law. And somebody said, you never disclose ads. That's why someone is asking. And somebody responded to that and said, oh. And somebody else responded and said, ma'am, I can count on one hand how many times I've seen you disclose an ad, and that was recently and not even consistently. And somebody said, a free ad, I guess. And somebody said, I don't take kindly to liars. What is with the blind loyalty for these influencers that don't give a SHI toot about you? It's her literal job to disclose. Have some integrity, which I absolutely 100% agree with, right? And it was interesting because I got this comment on my video yesterday when I was talking about James Charles and I was talking about the makeup and if you're going to lower your price and whatever, like, do it for your audience. And I got a very strange comment on my video, which was actually kind of like a nice comment. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody actually noticed that. And what it was is that years ago, I lost my publishing contract with my publisher, and I'm with a different literary agent and publisher now. And yes, there's a cozy mystery coming out that I'm working on currently. But at that time, because I lost the contract, it was like people had like books of mine. So they started selling on Amazon. Well, the Amazon books that they were selling were like $300, $400, $500, right? And I told people on my BookTube channel and on my blog, I said, do not buy this book. This book is not worth $400, okay? If I had enough sitting around the house, which I don't, I only have about 3 copies left, I would send it to people if they really wanted to read it that bad. But I don't have copies around here, right? And I said, do not buy this Amazon copy. I'm not making any money off of it. It's not worth it. Don't buy a copy for $300 or $400, right? And then what I did was I turned around and on my BookTube channel, like 2 summers ago, I read the entire book. I read like 3 chapters at a time so that anybody wanted to hear the book that I wrote, The Before, Now, and After Then by Peter Monn, published in 2014. I read it on my BookTube channel so that anybody that wanted to hear it could hear it read by the author and you didn't have to pay any money for it. And somebody commented on my video and said, thank you, Peter, for practicing what you preach, because I was talking about all these influencers marking things up 200, 300, 400%, because they just care about the money. They don't really care about their audience. And this person said, thank you, Peter, for practicing what you preach. You told us not to buy your book, and then you got on video and gave it away for free and read it to us. That was so nice. And I was like, I I didn't even, and you know what's so weird about that comment, which I really appreciated, was I didn't even think about it at the time. Like, I didn't even think like, oh my God, this is like, you're doing such a awesome thing. You're such a great person. I just did it because I wanted people to have accessibility to my book if they wanted to read it. You know what I mean? I was excited. I had written a book and I wanted other people to read it. And it was ridiculous amounts of money on Amazon. And I wasn't going to have people spend that kind of money. So I just gave it away for free. Why shouldn't I, you know? Did I make a little bit of coin off of people watching my videos? Are you kidding me? Y'all know what I make on my BookTube channel a month? About $60, maybe, and that's if I post consistently. So, you know, I just don't understand why these influencers that are making $1 million, $6 million, $10 million, $20 million a year cannot lower their prices and give some stuff away, or at least be authentic enough to disclose with your audience that you're making money off of them purchasing things from an affiliate link. Is it really that difficult to be that honest with your audience? Like, I really don't understand that, right? So that's what that person had to say about all that. And somebody said, and even if she isn't disclosing it, it doesn't matter. Let her do what she wants to do. I cannot understand why people act the way they act. Why are people still following her if they don't like her? Okay, this is not necessarily about people following her that don't like her. There are a lot of people that follow Jaclyn Hill and are holding on for her to change. She has done a really good job through the years of developing a core fan base of people that really love her and have bought into her story of being on food stamps and working at the Mac counter and building herself up into the American dream, allegedly. That people like her Get Readies With Me and things like that have really gotten them through hard times, and they love Jaclyn, right? Yes, they're disappointed. They're disappointed in the scandals. They're disappointed in the things that have happened, but they're still holding on and hoping that Jaclyn will change for the better. Don't we all want that for everybody out there? Don't we just want people to take accountability, change, show some growth, and maybe be better people so that we can still like the people that we like? I mean, I don't understand why that's a lot to ask, but the go-to is always, if you don't like this person, you're a hater, you're a bully, you're mean. No. For a lot of people, it's, I liked Jaclyn Hill, but I cannot continue to stand by while she does these behaviors. Can she come out and just at least be honest? And I truly believe there are a lot of fans that are holding on that probably won't buy her products and probably do not completely support everything that she does, but they're hoping that she will change, and they're happy for her when she gets married, and they're happy for her when good things happen for her because they still love Jaclyn, but they want her to take some responsibility and change to be a better person. Now, because people want to come out and say on this thread and on other threads, what's the big deal if she's not disclosing affiliate ads or ads in general? I actually got on Google, did a little bit more research for you guys, and I looked up some things about FTC guidelines, Federal Trade Commission, so that you guys can have the information, okay? So it says, the FTC provides influencer guidelines that impact how you disclose endorsements, sponsorships, and partnerships with other brands and companies. Failing to follow these guidelines could lead to the termination of your business contracts, hefty fines, and the loss of the trust of your followers, okay? And then I said, do influencers have to disclose ads? As an influencer, you must disclose any material connection you have to any brand you are endorsing, okay? You may have a material connection to a brand if the brand has done any of the following in exchange for your endorsement: giving you money, giving you free or discounted products or services, right? So you have to disclose that. Is it illegal to not disclose an ad on social media? The FTC requires you to disclose when you have a financial, employment, personal, or family relationship with a brand, okay? That would include Amazon because she has an affiliate link program with them. It's about making sure your followers are aware when you've been paid or given something of value, compensation that she's making, okay, commission that she's making off of affiliate links, to promote a product as opposed to recommending a product because you simply like it. What happens if an influencer does not disclose an ad? If you are a social media influencer, you must be aware of the Federal Trade Commission FTC disclosure provision. The provision requires that any individual paid to promote a product or service must disclose that relationship to their followers. Failure to do so can result in legal action from the FTC, okay? I then went in because I knew people were going to ask a lot about the Amazon thing and is this Amazon, blah, 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 whatever, which you guys can do all this Google research yourself, okay? Do you have to disclose that you are an Amazon affiliate? And this is from the affiliate program of Amazon. To meet the associate program's requirements, you must, 1, include a legally compliant disclosure with your links, which is what I was talking about earlier when it says add. And 2, identify yourself on your site as an Amazon associate with the language required by the operating agreement. Which, if you want to know what that language is, go over to my Purisms channel, because I say underneath, right underneath, which is where it has to be, my link, okay, to the books that I talk about and I read on my channel, that I might make a small compensation if you purchase from this link. That's all that Jaclyn Hill has to do. And on Instagram, all she has to do is put hashtag ad, and she can't even do that, all right? It's going to stop. Hold on just a second. So anyway, I further went in here and said, looked up, can I put Amazon affiliate links on Instagram posts? Amazon affiliate links can be used on Instagram in the same way as other affiliate links, which is to say by tagging the product you wish to promote, by incorporating the Amazon affiliate links in a dedicated link in the bio page, or by adding the products to your Instagram affiliate shop with the appropriate links, okay? And then it goes in and it talks about how you have to put hashtag ad and all these kinds of things in there, right? And it goes in, I mean, there's tons of information about this, right? Hold on a second, there was an article that I found, and the article says, Amazon, oh wait, that's not it. Hold on. The article is called, oh shoot, I had it all pulled up. Where is it out? Amazon affiliate disclosure. Here's how to write it correctly, okay? And this is from a website called Website Policy. Save your commissions with the Amazon affiliate disclosure. The Amazon Associates program is an affiliate program. To date, there are 12 different affiliate programs, blah, 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 okay? And then it goes in here and it talks about how you have to disclose. Amazon affiliate disclosure is a piece of information displayed on a website that acknowledges your participation in the Amazon affiliate associate program, where you earn a commission from sales made through your affiliate links. This is all information that is directly coming from Amazon, right? Because product promotions by Amazon affiliates use a form of advertising, Amazon itself and the United States Federal Trade Commission have made it abundantly clear that all Amazon affiliate associates must disclose their participation in the program to their readers and general audience. Although this sounds complex and intimidating, it's actually a very simple thing to do. It requires no expert knowledge, it's free, and it doesn't take long to implement. And it goes in and you can read in here how to disclose it, which is basically just saying hashtag ad. Or you could even put in your bio, Amazon affiliate, okay? She can't do any of that, right? Why? I don't know. Because she thinks that it's going to take away a little bit of coin, that people aren't going to go buy her scrunchies on Amazon, that, you know, all this kind of stuff. Or Jordan thinks that his 100 things that he has linked to his kitchen favorites, that people aren't going to buy it 52 weeks later, that he still has linked to his Amazon store, that he does no disclosure whatsoever, and he's just as bad about it as she is. You know, and she basically taught him everything. And her sister does the exact same thing on her Instagram. It's a family affair, as Mary J. Blige said, okay? So let's not get this mixed up and let's not get it twisted, okay? They know what they're doing. She even acknowledged it in this thing and said that she would put hashtag ad on there, okay? So what is today? June 7th. From June 7th going forward, because Jaclyn Hill, we know she watches drama videos. Jordan already came out and said he watches drama videos. So they're going to know watching my drama video, and also the fact that she disclosed this in the comment section, that she always puts hashtag ad. From June 7th forward, she better put hashtag ad on every affiliate link and every sponsorship that she does, or I'm going to continue to call her out, okay? And to be real honest with you, at this point, I've been covering this single story for 2 to 3 years, and I am baffled at the fact that the FTC has not done anything by this. My battery stopped. Okay, but what I was saying is that I am baffled that the FTC hasn't done anything about this, right? And I reached out to an attorney friend of mine, and what they said was, you know, they were going to come back, and they're going to come back on Instagrammers and YouTubers and TikTokers and things like that, because this is becoming such a huge issue at this point that the Federal Trade Commission is going to be forced to have to do something about this. But in the past year or two, they've been really focused on like this whole crypto coin thing and all, and I didn't even really know what they were talking about, but they said that this is where their focus has been, on really holding these people accountable. But it's just a matter of time before they come back and they hold these influencers accountable, because it's gotten way out of control. And this friend of mine that's an attorney already knew that it had gotten way out of control, and was like, yeah, it's really ridiculous at this point that all these influencers are doing this and they're getting away with it. The FTC is going to step in at some point and do something. Now, if you can imagine getting fined for every time you link and do not disclose an ad. Okay, I don't know what that fine would be. Let's say it's $100. Let's say it's $500. Let's say it's $1,000, okay? And that if you have so many links at some point that it's turned over to the FTC and they say, okay, this is a gross misrepresentation of what you're doing. You have 1,000 or 5,000 links at this point. You no longer can use them Amazon affiliate links. You no longer can use sponsorships whatsoever. And you no longer can use Instagram or YouTube to do sponsorships or affiliate links. Can you imagine how screwed Jaclyn Hill would be? She is that concerned with her money that she's constantly coming up with businesses that she don't even own to make money. And she's constantly posting affiliate links. You think it's that hard for her to disclose? I mean, if she cared that much about her coin and her husband cared that much about his coin, you think that they could disclose #ad to save their ASSs a little bit, right? That's just all I'm saying. I really don't understand it, okay? Not to mention, you'd be giving your audience the honesty to say, this is an ad. Yes, I do love this product, but it's an ad, you know? I recently did a video on my review channel, and it was a heated vest that they had sent me. It was this company called Aurora. And in the comment section, or in the description box, I said, I was sent this as a free product in exchange for an honest review, which is what you have to disclose. I love this vest. I still use it on nights that get cold and I'm sitting outside watching Manifest or whatever TV show I'm watching. I put it on over my hoodie and it just heats me up. I love this product, okay? I swear by this product. It was sent to me by free. Or for free. If I didn't love the product, I'd get in a review video and say, I don't love this product, and it was still sent to me by free. Or for free. I don't know who buy free is. So I don't understand. So what that says to me is, she cannot be honest because she's afraid it's going to affect her purse. Or her 5,000 purses that she has. And she obviously needs more purses, which is why she needs to make more money off this. Okay? Now, the next thing I want to talk about is where people come for Jaclyn Hill on this Twitter or this TikTok thing. So she posted this, I got crabs TikTok, or she got crab legs or something like that. And somebody commented, and this is a top comment, and said, I can't see the same after seeing the Marlena Stell side of her story. And Jaclyn responds to it and says, believe what you want. Well, Jaclyn, I think we're at a point where you need to come out and tell your side of the story. Okay? And let me just tell you, when you go underneath this TikTok, there's a lot of people that have things to say. Underneath there, somebody said, underneath Jaclyn, oh, we believe her. Somebody said, what happened? Somebody said, I saw a podcast on YouTube with Marlena's side of the story. And somebody said, 2 sides to every story. And this person responds and says, yes, 2 sides to every story. But it's weird how multiple people have the same story against Jaclyn. Makes you really wonder how shady she is. Somebody said, Marlena's spilling the beans on you. Somebody said, I can't believe people still support her after what she did to Marlena and Kaylin. I mean, it is just one thing after another, right? That people are coming and supporting Marlena Stell because she did this podcast with Kendall Ray telling her side of the story of what really went down with her and Jaclyn Hill. And yet people still make up excuses and defend Jaclyn Hill ad nauseum, and they're just like, I don't know why people are saying this about her, blah, 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 whatever. Enough people have come out and told the same similar story about Jaclyn Hill and what a shady person she is and how she only cares about money, she doesn't care about her audience. Hell, she's come out and said that to herself. Okay, she's come out and said in 10 years of being on YouTube, the one thing she's learned is how cruel people can be. That's the one thing you learned, girl. You didn't learn about how nice people are for buying your products. You haven't learned how to have gratitude or be thankful whatsoever for all the people that have bought your mansion in Tampa or give you dinners that you can book reservations and pay for all this dinner that people question. Like, she said she spent $400 at this dinner. Well, how do you think you afforded that $400, okay? It wasn't by putting 5 videos out a week, because you don't do that. It was by people buying your products, right? Your cheap junk jewelry that you don't even wear to your own wedding. That's what paid for that dinner of $400. But you can't even be grateful for people for that, right? So why don't you come out and tell your story? Do you think Jaclyn Hill has the balls to get on a video and tell her side of the story? And no, and this is how they excuse it. It's like Jordan says, well, the Kardashians don't deal with their scandals. They don't address their scandals. Well, you know, it was interesting because I mentioned this in a video not too long ago, and I said, actually, the Kardashians do kind of address their scandals. They might not address it right at the beginning. They might not address it like when you want them to, but they eventually kind of come out and they address scandals. And if there were business scandals, they would probably at some point come out and address it, right? And it was interesting how many comments I got from people that said they save it for the TV show, they save it for this, they actually do come out and they address it, they come out and they, you know, whatever. And not every scandal do the Kardashians address, okay? Like, I realize that. Not every scandal do celebrities address. But Jaclyn Hill is under the belief, and she has taught this to Kayla Nogueira, that if you just act like it didn't happen, then it just goes away. And I think that in 2023, one thing that Jaclyn should realize is her scandals aren't going away. People are still talking about the lipsticks. People are still talking about the cozy situation with Kayla Nicholson. People are still talking about all of her shady business practices. People are talking about whether or not she actually had any kind of investment or ownership or CEO ship or whatever ship she was on. I don't know. That ship sank, obviously, okay, of Jaclyn Cosmetics. And she still isn't coming out about it. Girl, why don't you come out with a video called Telling My Truth? And why don't you talk about Marlena Stell? Since you're telling people, believe what you want to believe, okay, why don't you give us your side of the story so that we can believe you, maybe, if there's any truth to your validity to your story. Why don't you come out and actually address your cosmetics brand and whether or not you had any ownership on it and show facts of that, show receipts where you had ownership in that and partnership, since the court documents are all over the place. You know, why don't you show any interaction that you've had with Kayla Nicholson where you reached out to her and said, hey, gal, I'm sorry, but I'm going ahead with my business anyway. Should have copywritten your business. But, like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to hurt other women in the, you know, in the beauty industry and things like that. Or, you know, and I don't want to hurt other women that are, you know, business owners and things like that. Why don't you show that side of your truth? Why don't you come out? The reason Jaclyn Hill doesn't want to come out with her truth is because there is no truth, okay? It's all just built on lies. But yet what she says is, I don't lie. When there's multiple points of reference and evidence, okay, to the contrary, to show that Jaclyn Hill does lie. In this video alone today, I just showed that she lied. You know, she comes out and she says that I disclose it with ads when I have done countless videos and shown receipts where she doesn't disclose ads. It's constant, you know? So I'm very confused as to why she continues to do this. But I think the thing is that maybe she doesn't have a really great definition for honesty, truth, lies. I don't know. So Jaclyn, just in case you are watching this, I want to give you the definition of a lie, because I think she's kind of confused about what a lie is. I don't know. I thought we learned that in kindergarten, what a lie is, you know. Who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? But here is the definition of a lie: to make an untrue statement with intent to deceive. And here's an example used in a sentence, like as if you were in a spelling bee. She was lying when she said she didn't break the vase. He lied about his past experience to create a false or misleading impression, okay? So to get in a comment section and to say, if it were an ad, I would post #ad, when that has been contrary to the truth in the past, okay, is to create a false or misleading impression, because she hasn't done that, okay? It is an untrue statement with an intent to deceive people, to make people believe that she actually discloses ads when she, in fact, does not disclose ads, okay? So she's caught lying again and again and again. But I would be very interested in Jaclyn Hill at this point. I mean, what does she have to lose, you know? You know, you constantly back up these things by coming out and saying people are mean to you, people are bullying you, you know, nobody knows the truth. You have your husband go on this little podcast and talk about people really don't know the truth. Girl, why don't you come out in a video and why don't you break your silence and tell your truth? Why don't you come out and talk about what happened with Marlena Stell, what happened with Morphe, what happened with these labs, what happened with the lipsticks, because you still haven't really addressed that. You came out and told us that you'd tell us what happened with the labs, but you haven't. What happened with your server that you said that you had 25 million people on at one point? What happened with Kayla Nicholson? Why don't you go in a video and address all of those lies and come out and tell your truth? And then why don't you leave it to your audience on what they believe? And I'm sure many of them will continue to stick by you and say that they believe every word that comes out of your mouth. And I'm sure that there are those people out there that will say, you know what, I'm not really sure I believe Jaclyn at this point. And I think that's what you're afraid of. I think that you're afraid that your truth is based in lies, and there is no basis in truth. So if you come out and you do a this is my truth video, people are going to sit there, and you know that drama channels are going to do their research, and they're going to go back and say, well, she says this, but this isn't true, and this doesn't add up, and the math ain't mathin', and you're going to go back, and people are going to show you evidence to the contrary of what you say in this video, because you have forgotten your lies, okay? You're like a kid that don't want their parents in the same room with the teacher because you're afraid of what lie is going to come out that you're going to get caught in, okay? And that's why you will never get in a video and tell your truth. And if you do, it's going to blow up in your face, and I think you know that, which is why you won't come out, which is why you hide a little comment on a TikTok and say, believe what you want to believe. Well, Marlena had no problem coming out in a podcast and telling her side of the story. Why don't you do the same thing? Anyway, and hey, and if you want to do a video with me, Jaclyn, if you want to sit down and I will do a honest to goodness interview with you and sit down and I will ask the hard-hitting questions. I'm not one of these interviewers that are going to sit there and, you know, dance around the words and ask little funny things, ooh, and all that kind of stuff. No, I'm going to ask you the hard-hitting questions, okay? And if you want to do an interview with me and I'll ask the hard-hitting questions and you want to get real honest and you want to talk about your experience with Marlena Stell and everything that happened, trust me, I've done my research enough on you to know the questions to ask. And I will also ask my audience, what questions do you want me to ask Jaclyn Hill? And then we'll sit down and we'll do an interview and you can tell your truth, okay? So if you want to do that, we can do that, girl. Or you can just post it on your own channel if you want. You can post your own, you know, sit down and telling your truth. It's time to break my silence about everything that I've done. Girl, that's on you, you know? But at this point, I think it's time to start coming out and addressing some of these things. I think it looks like you're trying to hide. And as a businesswoman, a boss-ass babe CEO, like you refer to yourself, I don't think it's a good look to continue to hide from scandal after scandal that are, to be honest with you, they're really bad business moves that you've made. And you're not addressing whether or not you had any investment or ownership or CEO. What you haven't even talked about your involvement with your own makeup company that you still have listed on your Twitter account that you're the CEO of, when that has been proven in court documents that you're not and never have been, supposedly, allegedly, the CEO of Jaclyn Cosmetics, and yet it's still on your Twitter account. You haven't even addressed that with your audience, and your audience is like, is she ever the what's her involvement with Jaclyn Cosmetics that we continue to invest our money in, you know? Like, I think your audience deserves to know the truth. That's what I think. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.